Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Speak English Easy with Podcast. I'm John.
And I'm Olivia. We're really happy you're here with us today.
Today's topic is very interesting and very useful.
That's right. Today we're talking about how to discipline your thinking.
Yes, this is something that many people struggle with, even me.
Me too, honestly. Our minds can go in many different directions at the same time.
And sometimes that makes life harder than it needs to be.
So today we're going to talk about what it means to discipline your thinking and how you can actually do it.
Great. And of course, we'll speak slowly and clearly so that our English learners can follow along.
Yes, this podcast is for you, the learner. So take your time, listen carefully, and enjoy the conversation.
Okay, let's begin.
So John, let's start with the basics. What does disciplined thinking mean?
Good question. I think many people hear the word discipline and they think about exercise or strict rules.
Right, like waking up early or following a schedule.
Exactly, but discipline can also apply to the mind.
So it's not just about actions, it's also about thoughts.
Yes, disciplined thinking means that you learn to control where your mind goes.
Interesting. So you're not just thinking randomly, you're thinking with a purpose.
That's a perfect way to say it. You're directing your thoughts. You're choosing what to focus on.
I like that, choosing what to focus on. Because we do have a choice, right?
We do, but most people don't realize it. They just let their thoughts go wherever they want.
Like a car without a driver.
Exactly. A car without a driver. That's a great image.
And that can be dangerous for the car and for the person.
Very true. If you don't control your thoughts control you.
Wow, that's a powerful statement.
I read it somewhere and it really stayed with me. If you don't control your thoughts control you. Let's think about that for a moment.
Yes, our listeners can pause here and think about their own mind. Do they feel in control of their thinking?
Or does the mind just race from one thing to another?
For most people, the answer is the mind races.
And that's okay. That's normal. The important thing is to be aware of it first.
Awareness is the first step. You can't change what you don't notice.
Exactly. So before we try to discipline our thinking, we have to notice our thinking.
Watch what your mind does. Pay attention to your thoughts.
Without judging them, just observe.
Right. Don't say, oh, that's a bad thought. Just notice it and keep going.
Okay, so now let's talk about why this matters. Why is it important to discipline your thinking?
Well, think about this. How many times a day do you worry about things?
Oh, too many times. Same here. And most of the time, the things we worry about never happen.
That's so true. I used to worry about every little thing. A phone call I hadn't made, a meeting that was coming up, what someone might think of me.
And all of that worry takes energy. It tires your brain.
Yes, you feel exhausted even when you haven't done anything physical.
That's mental fatigue, and it often comes from uncontrolled thinking.
So if we can discipline our thinking, we save energy?
Exactly. You stop wasting mental energy on useless thoughts.
And you can use that energy for useful things.
Like solving real problems, creating, learning, connecting with people.
That sounds much better than worrying all day.
It is. And there's another reason why disciplined thinking matters.
Tell me.
Your thoughts affect your actions, and your actions create your life.
So if your thinking is chaotic, your life might feel chaotic too.
Yes, but if your thinking is clear and focused, your actions become more intentional.
And your life becomes more organized and meaningful.
Exactly. It all starts in the mind.
So our minds are like the foundation of a building.
I love that. If the foundation is strong, the building stands tall. If the foundation is weak, the building falls.
So we need a strong mental foundation.
And disciplined thinking helps us build that foundation.
This is making a lot of sense to me, John.
Good. Let's now talk about how to actually do it.
Okay, this is the part I've been waiting for. How do we actually discipline our thinking?
Great. let's talk about some practical steps, things our listeners can try starting today.
Perfect. Practical steps. I like that.
The first step is become aware of your thoughts.
Right. We talked about this already. Notice what your mind is doing.
Yes, you can do this by simply pausing a few times during the day.
Like taking a short mental break.
Exactly. Stop what you're doing for 30 seconds, ask yourself, what am I thinking right now?
And just observe the answer without judgment.
Yes, you might be surprised by what you find.
I tried something like this once. I realized I was thinking about a conversation that happened 3 days ago.
That's very common. The mind goes back to unresolved moments.
And I was feeling anxious for no current reason.
Exactly. You were in the present moment, but your mind was in the past.
That's not very useful.
Not at all. So the first step is just noticing, just seeing clearly.
Okay, what's the second step?
The second step is to challenge your thoughts.
What do you mean by challenge?
When a negative thought comes or a worry, don't just accept it as the truth.
Ask questions about it.
Yes, ask yourself, is this thought true? Is it helpful? Is it realistic?
Oh, I see. So you examine the thought instead of just believing it automatically.
Right. Many of our thoughts are not based on facts. They're based on fear or old habits.
So by questioning them, we can see if they're really worth our attention.
Exactly. Sometimes the answer is, no, this thought is not helping me. I can let it go.
And sometimes the answer is, yes, this is a real problem. I need to deal with it.
Yes, and then you can focus your energy there instead of spreading it everywhere.
That's really smart. Okay, what's the third step?
The third step is to redirect your focus.
Redirect means to point in a different direction.
Yes, when you notice an unhelpful thought, you gently move your attention to something better.
Like changing the channel on a TV.
Yes, exactly like that. You're the one holding the remote control.
I love that. Our listeners can remember, you hold the remote control of your mind.
You decide what plays on the screen.
So if a negative show is playing, you change the channel.
Right. You redirect to a more useful thought. Like, what do I need to do right now? What am I grateful for?
Gratitude is a great redirect.
It really is. When I feel my thinking becoming negative, I stop and think of 3 things I'm grateful for.
Does it work?
Every time. It shifts your energy immediately.
That's beautiful. Okay, so we have 3 steps so far. Notice your thoughts, challenge your thoughts, and redirect your focus.
Yes, and step 4 is practice daily.
Of course, practice. Nothing changes without practice.
Disciplined thinking is a skill, and like any skill, it takes time.
You can't play the piano perfectly on your first day.
No, it takes weeks, months, years of practice.
And the mind is the same way.
Yes, if you practice every day, even for 5 or 10 minutes, you will see results.
And the more you practice, the easier it becomes.
Exactly. It becomes a habit, a mental habit.
Let's talk about some common mistakes. What do people do wrong when they try to discipline their thinking?
Oh, there are a few good ones.
Tell me.
The first mistake is trying to stop all negative thoughts.
Oh, that doesn't work.
No, it doesn't. Actually, trying to stop a thought makes it stronger.
Really? That's strange.
Think about it. If I say, don't think about a pink elephant right now.
Ha, now I'm thinking about a pink elephant.
Exactly. The moment you try to push a thought away, it comes back louder.
So what do we do instead?
You acknowledge the thought and then let it pass naturally.
You say, I see you, thought, but I don't need to follow you.
Perfectly said. You see it, you don't fight it, and you let it go.
Like clouds passing in the sky.
Exactly. The clouds come and go. You're not the clouds. You're the sky.
That's a really nice way to think about it.
Okay, the second common mistake is expecting quick results.
Yes. We live in a world where everything seems fast.
Right, we want results today or tomorrow.
But the mind doesn't change that quickly.
No, it doesn't. Old thinking patterns can take months to change.
And that's okay.
That's okay. Don't give up after 1 week because you don't see big changes.
Be patient with yourself.
Yes, be kind to yourself, too. You're doing something difficult.
Making how you think is not easy.
Not easy at all, but it is possible.
And worth it.
Absolutely worth it.
What's the third mistake?
The third mistake is thinking you need to be perfect.
Oh, this one is very common.
Very common. People start practicing disciplined thinking, they have a bad day, and they say, "See, I can't do this, I failed."
But one bad day doesn't mean failure.
Not at all. Every person who has ever built a healthy mind has had bad days.
Progress is not a straight line.
No, it goes up and down, 2 steps forward, 1 step back.
But overall, you're still moving forward.
Yes, and that's what matters. Direction, not perfection.
Direction, not perfection. I really like that phrase.
It's something I try to remember personally.
Okay, let's talk about some exercises, specific things our listeners can do every day.
Great idea. Let's give our listeners some tools they can use right away.
Exercise number 1?
Morning journaling.
Tell me more.
Every morning when you wake up, take 5 minutes to write down your thoughts.
Just whatever's in your mind?
Yes, don't plan it, just write. It could be worries, hopes, random ideas, anything.
And why does this help?
When you write your thoughts down, you get them out of your head.
Ah, so they don't keep going around and around in your mind.
Exactly. Writing creates space in your mind.
And you can also look back at what you wrote and observe your patterns.
Yes, over time you might notice, I always worry about the same things, or my mornings are more negative than my evenings.
That self-knowledge is very powerful.
Very powerful. Okay, what's exercise number 2?
How about deep breathing?
Yes, breathing is directly connected to thinking.
When we're anxious or stressed, our breathing becomes fast and shallow.
And that signals to the brain that there's danger.
But slow, deep breathing sends the opposite signal.
It tells the brain, everything is okay, we're safe, we can think clearly.
So if your thoughts are racing, try taking slow, deep breaths.
Breathe in for 4 counts, hold for 4 counts, breathe out for 4 counts.
Just 3 or 4 rounds of that can calm the mind.
It really works. I use it before important meetings.
Me too. It slows everything down.
And when the mind is slow, it's easier to think clearly.
Okay, what's exercise number 3?
The one thought exercise.
Interesting. What is it?
When you're feeling overwhelmed, like you have too many thoughts at once, you pick just one.
Just one thought to focus on.
Yes, ask yourself, what is the most important thing I need to think about right now?
And focus only on that.
Only that. Everything else can wait.
That reduces overwhelm a lot, I imagine.
Enormously. Our brains are not designed to think about 20 things at the same time.
But we often try to.
And then we wonder why we feel stressed and confused.
Yes, one thought at a time. Simple, but powerful.
Exactly.
And exercise number 4?
Evening reflection.
Oh, I like this one.
At the end of each day, take 5 minutes to reflect.
Think about how your day went?
Yes, but specifically, look at your thinking during the day.
Were you mostly positive or negative?
Did you catch yourself having unhelpful thoughts? Did you redirect them?
And celebrate the small wins.
Yes, if you manage to redirect one negative thought, celebrate that.
Progress is progress, no matter how small.
Absolutely, and over time, those small moments add up.
Until one day you realize, my thinking has really changed.
That's the goal.
Okay, let's connect this topic to English learning specifically.
Oh, great idea, because our listeners are English learners.
And I think disciplined thinking is very relevant to language learning.
Very relevant. Let me explain why.
Please.
Many English learners have a very common problem. They understand English when they read or listen.
But when they try to speak, they freeze up.
Exactly. And why does that happen?
Fear, maybe?
Fear is part of it, but a big part is undisciplined thinking.
How so?
When you want to speak, your mind might suddenly fill with many thoughts at once.
Like, what's the right word? Do I have the right grammar? Will people laugh at me?
Yes, all those thoughts at the same time, and then you can't speak at all.
Because your mind is overwhelmed.
Exactly. But if you practice disciplined thinking, you can calm those thoughts.
You can focus on just one thing, like, I'm going to say this one sentence.
Right. Not, I need to speak perfectly. Just, I'm going to say this one sentence.
That's so much more manageable.
And the more you practice, the less those fearful thoughts appear.
Your mind starts to trust you.
Yes, you've shown your mind many times. It's okay. We can do this.
And then speaking English becomes more natural.
Much more natural. So disciplined thinking is not just a life skill.
It's also a language learning skill.
Absolutely. The two go together.
That's such a good connection. I hadn't thought about it that way before.
Well, that's why we're here, to think about these things together.
Yes, and we're thinking about them in English, so our listeners are practicing right now.
By listening, they're already training their ear.
And by thinking along with us, they're practicing their comprehension.
That's a great point. Active listening is a form of discipline, too.
So if you're really listening closely right now, you're already practicing what we're talking about.
Wonderful.
I love sharing quotes. Can we share some quotes about thinking?
Absolutely. I have a few great ones.
Go ahead.
The first one is from Marcus Aurelius. He was a Roman emperor and philosopher.
Oh, I know Marcus Aurelius. He wrote a book called Meditations.
Yes, and he said, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength.
That is powerful. You have power over your mind, not outside events.
We cannot always control what happens to us, but we can control how we think about it.
And that changes everything.
It really does. Okay, here's another quote. This one is from William James.
Who was he?
He was an American philosopher and psychologist, one of the most important thinkers of the 19th century.
What did he say?
He said, the greatest weapon against stress is our ability to choose one thought over another.
Oh, that connects so well to what we've been talking about.
Choosing one thought over another, that's the heart of disciplined thinking.
You're not forced to think a certain way. You have a choice.
And when you exercise that choice, you take back your power.
I love that. Do you have one more?
Yes, one more. This one is simple but very meaningful.
Tell me.
Change your thoughts and you change your world.
Who said it?
Norman Vincent Peale. He was an author who wrote about the power of positive thinking.
Change your thoughts and you change your world.
It might sound simple, but think about how true it is.
If you think the world is a scary place, you'll act scared. You'll avoid risks.
But if you think the world is full of opportunity, you'll act with confidence.
And the world will reflect that confidence back to you.
Exactly. Your inner world shapes your outer world.
That's deep and a little bit inspiring.
I hope so. These ideas can really change lives.
Let's get a little personal. I want to share a story.
Sure, I love personal stories. They make things real.
A few years ago, I went through a very difficult period. I was under a lot of pressure at work.
That sounds tough.
It was, and my mind was constantly in a negative place. I kept thinking, I'm not good enough. I'm going to fail. I can't do this.
Those are very common thoughts when we're under pressure.
Yes, but at the time, I just believed everything my mind told me.
And how did that affect you?
It was exhausting. I felt paralyzed. I couldn't make decisions. I was scared all the time.
And what changed?
A friend recommended a book about mindfulness, about observing your thoughts without judgment.
And you read it?
I did, and it was like someone turned on a light in a dark room.
Tell me more.
I realized that my thoughts were not facts. They were just thoughts, stories my mind was telling me.
And you could choose not to believe every story.
Exactly. I started watching my thoughts from a distance, like watching cars go past on a street.
You didn't have to jump into every car.
Exactly. I could just watch. I could choose which car to get into.
And over time, the negative thoughts became quieter.
Much quieter. They didn't disappear completely, but they had less power over me.
That's the goal. You don't eliminate negative thoughts, you reduce their power.
And your mind becomes a more peaceful place.
Beautiful story, Olivia. Thank you for sharing that.
Of course, I think it's important to be real with our listeners. This is not always easy.
Not at all, but it's possible, and it's worth it.
Do you have a story to share, John?
I do. Mine is about English, actually.
Oh, perfect. Tell us.
When I first started speaking English in public, I was very nervous.
Even as a podcast host?
Ha, this was before the podcast. I used to give presentations at work.
And you were nervous?
Terrified. My mind would go completely blank. I'd forget words I knew very well.
What was happening?
Anxiety. My mind was something like, everyone is looking at me. I'm going to say something wrong. They'll think I'm stupid.
And all those thoughts blocked your ability to speak.
Completely blocked it. My throat would tighten. My voice would shake.
So what did you do?
I started the 5-minute breathing exercise before every presentation.
Deep breathing?
Yes, and I also had one sentence I repeated to myself before I spoke.
What was the sentence?
I know this. I am prepared. I can do this.
Oh, I love that.
It sounds simple, but it worked. It replaced the fear thoughts with calm thoughts.
You were directing your thinking before you walked into the room.
Exactly. And slowly the anxiety got smaller. The presentations got better.
And now you host a podcast.
Ha! And now I host a podcast. Life is funny sometimes.
That's such a great example. You used disciplined thinking to overcome a real challenge.
And our listeners can do the same, whatever their challenge is.
We're getting near the end of today's episode. Let's do a quick summary.
Great idea. Let's recap the main points.
Point 1. Disciplined thinking means choosing where you focus your attention.
You are not a victim of your thoughts. You have the power to direct them.
Point 2. Disciplined thinking is important because our thoughts affect our energy, our actions, and our lives.
An undisciplined mind wastes energy on worry and fear. A disciplined mind uses energy wisely.
Point 3. How to discipline your thinking. Notice your thoughts, challenge them, redirect your focus, and practice every day.
Small daily practice leads to big changes over time.
Point 4. Common mistakes to avoid. Don't try to stop all negative thoughts. Be patient. Don't expect perfection.
Aim for direction, not perfection.
Point 5. Practical exercises. Morning journaling, deep breathing, the one thought focus, and evening reflection.
Pick 1 or 2 to start with. You don't need to do everything at once.
Point 6. Disciplined thinking helps with English learning too.
When you calm your mind, you can speak more freely and confidently.
This is all so practical and helpful.
I hope our listeners feel that way too.
Now, what are the action steps? What should our listeners do after this episode?
Action step number 1. Today, try the awareness exercise. 3 times during the day, stop and ask yourself, what am I thinking right now?
Just observe, don't judge.
Action step number 2, start a simple journaling habit, even 3 minutes in the morning.
Write whatever comes to mind.
Action step number 3, choose one positive sentence, something you can say to yourself when negative thoughts appear.
Like, I am calm, I can handle this, or I am learning and growing.
Choose words that feel true and helpful to you.
And repeat it every day.
Over time, your mind will start to believe it.
Because consistency builds belief.
Beautifully said.
Okay, I think that is a wonderful place to end today's episode.
I agree. This has been such a meaningful conversation.
And a long one, but important topics deserve time.
Absolutely. We hope you enjoyed this and found it useful.
Remember, your thoughts are powerful, and you have the power to shape them.
Start small, be consistent, be patient with yourself.
And as always, keep listening, keep learning, and keep speaking.
Thank you so much for spending this time with us.
We really appreciate each and every one of you.
If today's episode helped you, please share it with a friend who is also learning English.
Or someone who needs a little reminder that they have the power to change their thinking.
Great idea. Until next time, take care of your minds and your hearts.
Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye. See you in the next episode.